I had never done textiles before at GCSE or A-level, but I'd always done fine art, so the fact that I have always loved drawing was really important. And I've always been passionate about textiles, but I've just never studied it. But that didn't matter because in my portfolio, I showed that I had an eye for colour and that my drawing was strong enough that I would be okay on the course. So it doesn't necessarily matter if you haven't got a big body of textile work. When you're preparing a portfolio, it's more important to have a wide variety of things that show the skills that you have. I'm also really interested in Photoshop and photography, and that can also play a part in the course. So one of the things that you'll be doing in your first year is mark making. And I found this really enjoyable and really useful as well, because it's just about stripping you right back down to the basics. So this is an example of some of my own mark making. And this is just experimenting with watercolour, creating marks and experimenting with pattern. As this course is a surface pattern course, this is going to be something that you're seriously focusing on throughout the year. One of the other things that you do in your first year is you do a lot of botanical illustration. And this is one of my illustrations I did when we went to the museum. And that was a fantastic day trip because we went into the archives, so we went behind the scenes to places that most people don't get to see, and we got to see centuries old pieces of work and then do our own drawings inspired by them. There's always opportunities to travel and to, do placements in other countries. It's just about being inspired by other cultures, and I feel like as a course it's quite modern and it responds to what modern day textile designers really want. So we did the digital design project last year, so we had to create lots of patterns. So it's kind of like I did a kind of pattern-based thing inspired by dragonflies. And it's just really important to start thinking about what areas you want to go into,
Definitely for second year, you get to find out more about yourself and what sort of things that you're really passionate about and want to take forward.
The teachers are really supportive and they're geared to help with all different skill levels, and people who've had no experience versus people who've done a foundation, and they kind of work to support you in whatever you've done. The stitch room, and Maggie is fantastic. She was a Janome representative before she worked with us, so she kind of knows every trick in the book when it comes to sewing machines. So that's been really useful, because although I knew how to use a sewing machine as basics, she's kind of introduced loads of really interesting and new techniques I had no idea that the machines could do. And Steve, the other workshop guy, he's taught us how to do all the print stuff, and he also taught us on the digital. We had another tutor come in who's brought in from a company called Lucy, and she was fantastic. It was really great to have people who are actually still working in the field working with us. And Corrine, Helen and Sally, the tutors, they're incredible. They're really supportive of what we do.
Really inspiring.
Yeah, and they talk to us a lot in all of the years about the work and the projects that they're doing at the moment outside in the field. And so it's great to have tutors that are still working in the field.
Yeah.
There's all these teams of people in the university, not just in textiles, but there's so many other areas that you can get involved with.
It's so important that you make the most of the facilities we have here.
Yeah.
Really important.
Every year in the second year, basically the whole university kind of opens up and you can do workshops in every area of the university and the art school. So I absolutely loved doing the workshops last year. I did raku pottery.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I did a huge hair and I got to fire it, and I got to put it in the flames myself, and then I did glass making workshops, paper.
The paper making one, that was incredible. Yeah, it was really, really exciting.
It's just really great to feel this sense of collaboration throughout the university, and I feel like it's really relevant to your practice once you leave university too, because we in field we collaborate in groups that are mixed throughout the university. So you might be working with a graphic designer, a fine artist, an illustrator, and it's just really important.
You're just meeting so many new people.
One of the other things that really excited me and attracted me to the course was that you can do a business plan instead of a dissertation. As somebody who wants to work for myself when I leave the university, having the option to do something like that is incredibly exciting, and I feel like that's a really modern approach to a university degree. There's like free workshops all the time, so I did a lot with the entrepreneurship team last year, so they do like monthly mingles where they bring in professional people and you can do networking with them. But you know, also the university and the SU, they run specialist workshops, for example, maybe how to become more professional with your social media. There's other ones about how to improve yourself, like how to practice for interviews when you leave, how to be more assertive. There's loads of different really useful workshops. And so I feel like this degree, it's not just about preparing you to be a textile student. It's not just about learning about textiles. It's about making yourself a better person. It's about preparing you in all aspects so that when you leave the university, you're ready to be employed, you're ready for the world of work. And I just feel like it's really exciting, modern and relevant.